Hey yogis, so today we are going to try to get on our hands and handstand and press, but the first thing you need to do is stretch it out, because if you don't have the back sides of the legs really open, it's going to be hard to get those hips all the way up high. So let's start at the top of our mat, really anchoring down through the base of the big toe. Tuck your tail underneath you. Let's do 2 sun salutations to warm up. Inhale as you lift the arms. Exhale as you pull your belly in and fold. Drop the crown of your head. Inhaling that halfway lift, strong arms step back, top of the push-up, and lower down chaturanga. Inhale, peel your heart open, upward facing dog, strong legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's open up the backs of the legs a little bit, maybe pedaling through the feet. Just starting to get some good movement going on. Strong through the shoulders, long through the back and the neck. One more breath. Inhale, let's make our way to the top of our mat, right to that halfway lift. Long spine, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way, reach tall. Exhale, Samasthiti. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift the arms. Touch palms, exhale, fold over your legs, pull that belly in. Inhale, lift your chin and your eyes. Exhaling, step back and lower down, elbows in, chest is broad. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Feeling stronger through the legs now. Lift your kneecaps so that the front, the quadriceps are really active and turned on. The back side of the legs are starting to stretch out and open. One more breath. Inhaling, look up. Step or jump to the top of your mat, right to that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. All right, now a couple of nice exercises to do before you start with your pressing or your handstands. Always those forward folds. So you can have your feet together or you can have them in parallel lines, but really strong through the front side. So engage the quadriceps, lift the kneecaps, pull that low belly in as you hinge at the waist. You can grab your ankles, you can grab opposite elbow, whatever you want to do in order to just get yourself nice and deep here in this forward fold. Every inhale, you could find a little length. Every exhale, deepening it in a little more. Let's do that again. Inhale and exhale. Reach with the crown of your head. Let your hips shift forward as you pull your low belly in. Let's inhale to that halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, rise up all the way. Now let's step open so that we have a wider stance here. Now it's up to you if you like to have your feet parallel or if you'd like to have your toes slightly facing out. Either way, really lengthen through the spine. Exhaling again, hinge at those hips and fold. Bring your hands down in between the arches of your feet. Get long through the spine and exhale, let's fold again. Then walk your hands back. If they go back further, squeeze your elbows towards each other, keeping them in a nice straight line. Again, let those hips shift forward. We're going to have to get our hips high in order to press, so let that happen here as well. Inhale halfway. Let's do a couple skandasanas. So bend that left knee. Kind of opening up through that right hip, deep compression through the left. Sit up nice and tall. Let's add in a little shoulder stretch. So left hand comes down, left shoulder inside the left knee. And reach that right arm up and over. Not only getting a big side stretch through the right ribs, through the right hip, but all the way up through the right arm, Bring the right hand down. Let's switch sides. So a little bit of weight here. And then the right knee bends deeply. The left leg is out straight. Lift your chest. A little tuck of your tailbone, and then let's stretch it out on the left side. So right shoulder deep inside, right hand comes down, left arm stretches up and over the head. Very nice. Now left hand down. Let's come into a yogi squat. So walking the feet in a little closer, heels in, toes out, opening up the hips. Also feeling very grounded. So pull that low belly in, lift your pelvic floor, open your chest. Very nice. Let's take it a little bit deeper. So now that we're down here close to the floor, go ahead and sit down. Extend the legs straight out in front of you. Another forward fold. Tuck your toes back towards your face. Really feel this happening from the waist. Inhale for length. Exhaling, fold over your legs. Very important that the hamstrings get as open as they're able to. And you can rock a little from side to side, releasing out any extra flesh that you may have. That way you can get a little bit of a deeper forward fold. I know these aren't always the most comfortable places to hang out, but if you're wanting to get that press, then it's really, really important that we open up the legs as much as possible. And show up to this again and again, several times a week. It will make a huge difference in your press practice, I promise. Inhale halfway, exhale. Inhale, rise up all the way. Now we have to stretch out the low back too. So let's bend that right knee deeply. Janu Shirshasana on the right side. So I'm bending that right leg in deeply, letting it fall open, and then I'm going to twist as much as I'm able to over that left leg and then fold. What's important here is that you feel the stretch across your right low back. So the right area of your right kidney, so that low back area, that's what you want to feel here. Now, if you don't feel that and you're like, this is pretty easy, I'm not feeling anything, bring that right leg even further away and have to stretch even farther to get towards that left leg. So as long as you can feel that stretch across the right side of the low back, perfect, that's what we want. Now maybe you can't quite grab your ankle, you can grab your shin, you could use a strap. But if you're looking for pressing, you've got to find a way to get in there nice and deep. Let's start to inhale that lift, exhale, inhaling, rise up all the way. Let's switch sides, so straighten out that right leg. Bend the left knee deeply, let it fall open to the side. Now typically for Janu Shirshasana, about a 90-degree angle works for most. I don't feel a stretch across my low back like that, so I have to open up more. And then turn towards that right leg, flex the right toes, and then reaching as far as you're able. Not quite enough. There we go. Breathing into any weird sensations you may be feeling, just ride through them, enjoy them. Accepting what is, knowing that with consistency of practice, showing up again and again, you'll find a little bit of a deeper space as you ride this journey out. Inhale, halfway, exhale. Inhale, rise up all the way, very nice. Now let's take a seated wide-legged forward fold to that Upavishta also, or maybe called a pancake, up to you. Flex the toes back towards the face, pull that low belly in, engaging all the muscles throughout the legs, get nice and tall. Maybe you can grab the sides of your feet and then fold. Maybe that's not happening and you need to grab the shins or the big toe, or maybe you want to reach the arms out in front of you. You can be wherever you need to be. Breathe into these spaces and let go. Begin to walk your hands back a little bit closer when you're ready to come out of it. A little stretch out of the shoulders too. So much of it is about the legs, but the shoulders do a lot of work. So let's bring that right arm up and overhead, and then reach it behind your back so that the palm is touching between your shoulder blades. And then take your left hand and grab your right elbow and just give a nice little resistance here. Opening up through that right shoulder, through that right armpit, lift your chest. Nice, and then letting go and switching sides. Left hand between the shoulder blades. Right hand grabs the left elbow. A little stretch. Now we don't need super crazy open shoulders, but they have to be open enough that we can get them in line with our ears. If you can't get them up to your ears, then that's something that you're going to need to work on in order to find a really nice straight handstand. One more stretch. So coming onto the knees, let's take a little puppy pose. So on the knees, walk the hands away so that you can lower the chest and maybe the chin to the floor. Feel like your armpits are sinking. Your hips are nice and high, low belly's tucked in. Now if you want to take this even further, you can tuck the toes and then lift the hips up, straightening the legs. Now that's a bit intense, so go slow. Nice and easy. Coming out of that, there's no pretty way to do that. Coming onto hands and knees and sitting back onto the heels. Just rolling through the shoulders. And there you go, guys. You're stretched out and you're ready to start your handstands or your presses. Good luck.